What's that?
The Callahoo media.
Callahoo media is here? All one of them?
Quick turnaround for OEL.
Yeah, it's good news. So we weren't sure yesterday, but he feels good and ready to go, which is great.
No William or Dakota morning.
Illness. Be game time decisions for those guys.
Do you prepare just in case?
Yep.
Like that they may not play?
Yes, for sure. Guys will be ready to go, and they know it's a good opportunity to get in there tonight for them.
What have you noticed about Auston since he's come back from the injury?
In what way?
Just in how he's played. Like, do you see?
Yeah, I think I still think he's. That line is starting to form some chemistry, offensively for me, and I think that's a big part of it. I find Max is obviously, he's skating and doing more with the puck, which is good. But I still think there's more for that line. We're trying to get more out of them, and same as with our captain.
What about Troy Stecher's game have you appreciated most since he's arrived here?
Well, I just kind of, for me, it's I know what I'm going to get shift to shift. He skates and competes and just makes the simple play with the puck for the most part. He's been pretty solid for us all around, moving pucks, defending, PK. Formed some real good chemistry with McCabe out there, so they've been really good for us.
Obviously a positive side, but maybe are you feeling good to some degree?
Yeah, I think obviously feeling good. I think it was kind of a freak thing out there, and I got lucky. I felt like, but it's all good.
Just that coaching?
Yeah, a guy fell on my my left leg, and yeah.
What was going through your mind at the time when that happened?
No, I mean, obviously it happened so quick, and I know the guy fell, and obviously he didn't mean to do that, and I was lucky to get out of it pretty quick. So no, it was crazy how much he can change in a day or day and a half. So it's I'm lucky.
Could you be in the lineup tonight, or do you have a timetable?
No, I feel good. So it's up to Chief.
How long did it take Oliver for it to loosen up when you knew you were going to be okay?
I mean, I think obviously it takes a little bit while you're trying to feel out your body and feel out your mind a little bit. But I felt pretty good yesterday, so I was able to skate today and felt good.
Do you feel lucky in terms of all the injuries this club has had lately? It's been
yeah, I mean, obviously you want to have a healthy team, and obviously you want to have all your guys in the lineup. But if you look throughout the league, I think a lot of teams are going through the same thing. So I mean, you don't want to see a teammate or your teammates go down. Yeah, it's always a tricky part of the game.
just being, so to speak, for Troy, but getting a sense for that blue liner to go up against his old team. That's probably a special one for him.
Yeah, I think, I mean, the way he's been playing for us, and I think he's going to have an extra step tonight. Obviously, being with Edmonton for a couple years, and I think it's always a little bit weird facing your former team, obviously, but no, I think he's up for it, and he's been looking good, and like I said, he's been playing unbelievable for us, so we're very happy to have him.
Auston, maybe just a thought on this matchup, what your group has to do to be successful against the Oilers. I just wonder what the key to success might be tonight.
Yeah, I think it's checking well. Obviously, they've got a lot of speed, a lot of skill. Special teams, their power play's good, so it's number of things being disciplined, but I think just checking well, making sure that when those two guys are on the ice, you're aware of where they are and just trying to get above them as much as possible.
How much do you enjoy challenges like the game tonight, facing greats like McCabe and Price?
Yeah, it's fun. I mean, these are the games that you want to get up for and you want to be prepared and ready for as a team and individually, and it's always a challenge, but I think everybody in this locker room embraces it.
How surprised, impressed are you that all of this on the ice after what happened last game? Yeah,
it's great to see. I don't know what his status is, but obviously he's been playing really great for us all season long, and he plays a big part in our back end on in all different areas. So it's a great sign to see him out there this morning, and hopefully he's able to play tonight. If not, at least it's somewhat assuring that it's not something super serious. So it's great.
Auston, injuries have been something that the entire league has felt, and you guys certainly have had to deal with it on a regular basis. But how do you like the way your group's sort of shown resolve, or maybe just kind of kept it, compartmentalized it, and rolled forward with it?
Yeah, I mean, it's the nature of the game. I think when guys come in, there's more opportunity for other guys, and that's the great part about it, is guys can step up and have a bigger role and then step into that and do well. So I think everybody that's had to do that so far has done a really good job, whether it's been defensemen, goaltending, forwards, all of the above. Injuries are a part of the game, so to have that depth, it's really important for us.
And Troy Stecher is going to face off against his old team. I know you've spoken about it, just how important has he been giving everything back there?
Yeah, he's been great. I mean, he's stepped in right away, like I've said, and he's gotten really comfortable right away. He's a guy that communicates a lot. He's a professional. He goes out there and he handles his business, but he's been great in the locker room, and I think he's really fit in with our group well. And it's not easy, switching teams and coming to a new area situation, but I think he's handled it really well. He's played some hard minutes, some tough matchups, and I think he really embraces that, and he's been really good for us.
Auston, can you talk a little bit about how your relationship with Connor has grown over the years, from McDonald's commercials, training together, and just how that's kind of developed?
Yeah, I mean, I think it's just happened just kind of organically over the years, and we played together World Cup in 2016, and then just kind of over the number of years gotten to know each other a little bit better, and obviously a ton of respect for him, and the kind of person he is, but the kind of player, the kind of leader that he is. He's obviously a special player, and a guy that, like I said, I have a ton of respect for.
What is the key to success?
I think just awareness needs to be heightened, obviously, and understand when they're building their speed through the middle of the ice, and keeping an eye on 29 too on his offside, because he can score from anywhere. So yeah, it's a tall task, but like you said, it takes all five guys, and that's a big point of emphasis, communication, and looking forward to the challenge.
How would you sort of assess, and it's a short time for a guy like Troy who's going up against his old team, it seems from the outside it's been a seamless fit, and
yeah.
A lot to like, right? I mean,
yeah, I would agree with that. I hope you would agree with that too. I think we've been very welcoming, and me and him have found some nice chemistry right off the get-go, so that's been nice. And he's just he goes about his business every day, and like the veteran that he is, he's steady and skates well, moves the puck well. He's communicative in the room and on the ice. He's not afraid to raise his voice, which is, in my opinion, a real point of emphasis when you're comfortable of being able to use your voice in the room. So it's been great, and we're super grateful to have him.
Last one for me is just the idea that injuries are a part of it. Everybody gets that, especially throughout the entire league. But is there a way that you guys have kind of point of pride, where you've been able to handle it and just keep rolling, or that next man up really seems to...
Yeah, I feel like we've done a pretty good job over that over the few years I've been here, and on the back end we're kind of getting beat up this year, so guys are coming in and playing left, right, whatever it may be, so guys are stepping up and doing their job, so it's been good to see.
Feel like right now?
Honestly, just another game, like standing-wise, how important it is. Maybe a little extra motivation for me playing against my old team, but focused on trying to help this team find 2 points tonight.
Did you have a chance to catch up with any of your teammates or in touch?
Not in person, but I've stayed in contact with a lot of them since I've left. A lot of good memories, obviously, making the Cup Finals 2 years in a row, and never got the job done, but when you go through experiences like that, you create a lasting impression and a lasting bond. So I have a lot of friends over there that I'll call friends for life, and you put that aside for 60 minutes tonight, but I've definitely stayed in contact with them since I've left.
Who are you tight with?
I mean, you're a part of a hockey team, you're close with everybody, so there wasn't one guy that I didn't get along with there. It was a tight-knit group, and I think that was evident by the production on the ice and the success that we had over the past 2 years. So tight groups away from the ice are typically tight on the ice. So yeah, that was a tight group when I was there.
Game plan would look like what? If you're going to try and contain the two big boys, and of course they've got lots of talent.
Yeah.
But if you are going to be successful as a group to contain those three, what does it come down to?
Just understanding that it's going to take all 5 guys on the ice. For forwards trying to stay above, chip skin to allow the D-men some extra time to break out pucks, and if they're able to get past that wave of our forwards, and the D-men got to, stay inside the dots, try to push things to the outside. So at the end of the day, when you're as good as, those 2 guys are, they're going to get their opportunities and their chances. So it's how can you limit them and do the best job that you can to keep it to the outside.
How do you handle the speed of McDavid? Like what goes 3-1-2 when he's coming down the ice against you?
I just kind of touched on it. Like, you need all 5 guys. You need your forwards to kind of get in his way to slow him down a little bit, so it's easier for you as a defenseman. But if you're not able to do that, then obviously you want to try to have a tight gap so he doesn't have space to build his speed. It's all situational. I mean, if he does have speed, sometimes you honestly want a bigger gap so he's not going to embarrass you. So it just kind of depends on where he is on the ice, where the puck is, where your support is, and just kind of read and react.
How did your time at Edmonton impact your career? How do you view
I was very fortunate, obviously. As a kid, you want to play in the NHL and you want to win a Stanley Cup, and I got that opportunity 2 years to do that. So it was unfortunate we never completed the task, but it's everything you wanted as an individual player, is that opportunity to represent your teammates, represent your crest, and try to win. So just very fond memories over there and a lasting impact. I know when my career is over, I'll be fortunate for them. And the past 2 years, obviously, it was tough to accept, but it's a bigger picture than just kind of living in that moment.
Troy.
Hi, Tony. Good to see you.
Sorry if you've been asked about this, but tonight's your 12th game in a Leafs uniform. You have an elevated goal. You're playing over 20 minutes, 4 points, plus 8. What can you say about most of your opportunities so far?
I think it's just an opportunity, There's an opportunity for me to come in and play important minutes and try to help this team win games and be an important piece of it. And it's one thing to get that opportunity. It's another what you do with it, and I've tried to make the most of it. But in saying that, tonight's probably my biggest test as an individual player, going up against 97 and hopefully know some of his tendencies where I can have some success tonight, but I'm sure he's going to get his look. So, just fortunate for the opportunity, I guess, is what I would say.
And how much have you been looking forward to this matchup?
Yeah, quite a bit, obviously. I touched on it earlier before you got here, but just how close I am with all those guys, and not even just the players, but Harry and Langer and the medical staff. It's just going to be good to see all those guys again, shake their hands, give them a hug, and we'll cross that bridge after the 60 minutes are up, regardless of the result, and go back to being friends afterwards.
Troy, when you're going through a stretch like this, is there an element of reinventing your game? Does that exist for a person that's been in the league and been around as long as you?
Yes and no. I think for me, no. I've just tried to stay true to who I am. I think people are starting to realize it here. You obviously saw it firsthand, but I kind of pride myself on having a good attitude and trying to work hard, and I'm a believer in karma, and if you keep your mouth shut and you put your nose down and you go to the grindstone, I feel like odds are most of the time it's going to work out in your favor. And so far I've been fortunate to have the success I've had here playing with Caber, but you're only as good as your last game, so tonight's another important test. There's no complacency. You always strive to be the best you can, so I think that kind of goes into your question, where just being true to myself and continue to do what I do.